The exact term young adult was created in the 1960s by the Young Adult Library Services Association to represent the 12 to 18 age group. But let's start at the beginning. Many of the books that we now consider to be young adult texts were initially written for adults and only later categorized as YA. One of the first books to be written and published for young adults was The Outsiders, and it still remains the quintessential YA book today. YA lit blossomed in the 1970s, moving away from the traditional children's stories of previous years. In what is called the golden age of young adult literature, authors published more realistic and controversial titles. Novels published in this decade introduced hard-hitting topics such as death, sex, underage drinking, homelessness, and drug use. YA lit continued to grow in the 1980s as more authors began writing for teenagers. The Sweet Valley High series became the first young adult book to reach the New York Times paperback bestseller list. Some authors began experimenting with style and genre, giving variety to YA. The horror genre persisted in the 1990s as the Goosebumps series became immensely popular. But the early 1990s was also a darker time for young adult literature as fewer young adult novels were being published. Many feared the extinction of the genre, but a rise in youth culture in the late 1990s helped young adult literature swing back into favor. In the early 2000s, different book awards were created specifically to honor YA lit. At the same time, Twilight and The Hunger Games popularized paranormal and dystopian series that reigned supreme in the mid to late 2000s. This is known as the second golden age of YA. Now, we have new YA books and series being published across all genres. They tackle all types of issues and explore numerous new worlds. Where will YA go from here? Who knows? But we can't wait to find out.